This is Delta Launch Control, T-minus 1 hour, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and counting. Joining us now in the mission control room here at Vandenberg is Chung Nguyen. He is the mission manager for the Launch Services Program for the SMAP mission. And he's been very involved not just with the SMAP spacecraft itself, but also in particular with the Delta II rocket and what it's taken to get this vehicle ready to fly. And Chung, we'd like to welcome you, and we're glad that you'll be able to get some insight on how we've prepared this rocket for launch.
Well, good morning, and welcome for allowing me the opportunity to come and talk to you this morning.
So if we could go ahead and roll the video, Chung will tell us what's been happening to get the Delta II ready.
Well, George, what we see here is the first stage being transported out of its transportation canister. As you know, the Delta II rocket, this first stage is built by United Launch Alliance in their facility in Decatur, Alabama, and it was transported by road here to Vandenberg Air Force Base. What we see here is the first stage being moved out to its processing facility at Slick 2 on its lift fixture there. It is being backed into the horizontal processing facility, where it will undergo electrical checkout and some receiving and inspections of the vehicle itself. Next, we see it being lifted out and transported to the Slick 2 pad itself. This is the we see the shot of the mobile service tower in the background there. As we get next, we'll see the first stage there being prepared to be erected into the vertical position off of its transportation dolly there. In this shot, you can see the first stage engine designated as an RS-27 that was built by Aerojet Rocketdyne. In this shot, we can see the first stage being lifted into the mobile service tower in preparation for being in place on the launch mount. And now the mobile service tower is moving forward to line the first stage on top of the launch mount. Next, another important element of the launch vehicle are the 3 solid rocket motors. These are built by Aerojet Rocketdyne. ATK in Utah. They are brought here to the Slick 2 facility, and they are placed upon their lifting fixtures. In this shot, we see them being lifted and to be ready to be lined up with the first stage into its proper position, aligned at 120 degrees apart. There will be 3 solid rocket motors, each providing 100,000 pounds of thrust for liftoff. Next, we'll see the what's called payload fairing. Is basically a protective clamshell around the SMAP observatory. It's to protect it during the early portion of the flight from aerodynamic heating. Here is the Delta II second stage being rolled out to the Slick 2 complex itself, and it is being lifted in place within the MST as a part of the preparation for mating with the first stage, which has already been mounted onto the launch mount there. These are the doors in the mobile service tower to maintain a clean atmosphere. Here we're seeing the technicians lowering the second stage onto the launch vehicle. This is a shot of the SMAP observatory within its transportation canister being placed inside the mobile service tower. And finally, the payload fairing are being aligned to close out the vehicle in part of the final preparations for flight. Again, the payload fairing protects the SMAP observatory through the early stages of flight.
Well, thank you, Chung. And I guess this means for the Delta II, rather than loading the liquid oxygen aboard, it's ready to fly at this point, isn't it?
Yes, we're almost there.
Well, at this point, we will go back and monitor some of our launch countdown activities that are going on. And at this point, there are no issues or concerns going on in the count. So we're at T-minus 56 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. This is Delta Launch Control.